movement for no. But unfortunately, okoye no nyoma ampick akaba now okay vice president no it's like a BBI come at the more no ye wala chamatem. But the name Najuma Mu as a lawyer within Akotino Papa was also a chief executive officer and as executive director at the Malance and Mines Watch Ghana. Kewdi.
Good morning. Good morning. Nyamiadom.
I fresh day.
But that's in the acquaintance so the mammy said. The make Ghana home and some Yamabo Ghana home kobo. But that's you share you how many years ago? About
after elections
yeah. After elections, yeah.
You didn't come over radio.
Yes.
Yes, actually.
Yes, actually.
And as I say, share what we say. But young to state that you Ghana, your justice system, no. Say next year now, say no be breaking it down my Ghana for Atia say the do's and the don'ts.
Who said Ghana 1981? At the BBC 1992. Me trust.
Yeah.
We have had this is the fourth Republican dispensation. Now your constitution, different regimes. Now anytime be an coup d'etat beba, be two abaya ye two aba, and I two ne swaba. Nature says our constitution no. Now it's a trim.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm almost decrease near the aba. Into where the fourth Republican, which means that your constitution bako we ne ka ho nine.
Okay.
Na yesha abra PNDC for a year coup 1981. So that time no na ye ni constitutional regime, but and also so nche na emra nya adwuma, and also nche na court upon but grofo dodo na no mo ka se o esa say na ehu kakra wo hodinti no wo hwe justice dispensation na akoye say ehu no akata enema bebre so nti bia say judges no kra no metimi di asem na manako ti say nifa na be nkumu aban no nyina ye no bia aban no gina no na mpempi ya na omubu adeko say de be ya aban no mana omu fatuo meku omu anase omu mamecho nti Sananet here until say you decided say you be call a constitutional democracy. And it's Ambreno na ye a constitution no. And a bar into force in 1993.
Okay.
Now from 1993 a day ban no there. You bet me I said do na mpempi no. Justice delivery system no akoye in accordance with law and as in accordance with constitution. Esan se sisi ana emrapon ana se emraba tan a yegina so e de enema nyina akwa constitution na constitution no ema eye judges to me and ema eye executive no eye because executive am president and ministers no so to me na parliament so won to me yeah what we call your separation of powers, some kind of separation of powers, but separation of the who answer be mechanic. As a parliament when you my idea, and court, because court are not me. Person me money very simple. Judiciary no so when you my and executive no so when you my idea. But PMP no here will be a juma to me fra echo with him. Into constitution no class say some percentage of ministers no buy out to no be you know also ye free parliament.
Okay.
Said the bear a bit me ama that unity and I said that harmony no ya the better chairman no ebe ho but the no also na create problems be brama yes our problems no bit back can be actually now adia ya na mankrofo egitum say aso o man na ye bu no mra ye adwuma na mra ye adwuma eye say ye judges no o mu ankasa edi asem a wo mu ndi asem no esan say I was say di asem no eboa obi and I say ye di asem no esan say aban ne say and I say di asem no esan say we or a politician and now onye politician into no we look at all these factors before we render a judgment. We have what we call in Ghana judicial independence. The judicial independence are not just say a year judges a okrumo nyina no o madwene no mo ano modwene court no mo dwene emma obi ana say wo mo entina emma dwene ma amanyoku ana mo nya de be ma amanyoku obi ani age wo mo ye de mmra ne say wo mo nya de wo mo nya na no kra no say lawyers no ba eye evidence a wo mo de beba no e na be kire e na be gina so say ye di asem na ko benkum ana say ye di akodifa nti ye judicial independence na sa judicial independence no mu a no so no akwakoye say nkrofo dodo no aso say judges ni bi wo ho a wo mo take advantage of judicial independence no and accept impreduasa wo mo e de chinchim mmra no e de ye niema ense na emfata ebi mu ye de anas expose ya o ye ya sebi o payifo animu a o judges no bi je mponche je bayere ne de kekeka ho nyina ne sika ne de kekeka ho nyina eno no kochre say even though judges no your friend be high moral turpitude say womu e so mo hote because womu ye de bia ye ka de agromom na no kre ense so mo ye nyame wasase so
my lord
nti wono no obetimi a kire se ne ewo kra no wabrabo no o se betimi akọ what you say enti no say asem ekoho na se sebio judge betimi age aponche ana se obetimi age mankan ana se obetimi age bayere na wetimi bu asem na tia obi wonim se sa nipa no ND4 but isa niema wakwakwa ginti obu asem na ya idi na che se nsem bebre ho a wose yeka ti eno na obehwa a eye Transparency International sometimes some do report ne ba ne aka se ehifo na e corrupt pa se judges for ka ho na areho isa se me de makada bia gira simpiesu agira ba bia aka se oman no be yi a ejina me de madwene mu no de ejina judges no so isan say ye call elections na ye koto aba na say aba no wanchi bi ba ho ana say watimi waka me bi ba asɛmdi bia na ye de nsɛm no kɔ na judge no atena so ebu asɛm no
okay
enti say ye judicial system na say nkrofo ni gidie wo mu say judges no ana say asɛmdi fo no obu betimi abu ansɛm a ebeboa ma oba na konkan na is a problem. To me, I've always resolved myself to the position say I was see to me ye nema ebeboa ama ye judicial system no asa to me afa into my prefer no kra no say nkrofo ni che na ni gidi sa ewo esa na also enema ekoso enema ye hu ye na na dan kwakufu ado penso o hwe a ye be call election yetimi koka say birth certificate a ye wo a ye de mawo I no chere say we Ghana no ye be call election ye say birth certificate no it is not proof, it is no proof of identity say we Ghana na Ghana card and e be chere Ghana card is so ye the birth certificate they register Ghana card is so ye the passport they register passport is so ube here birth certificate and say now they there we dey akwa register nti e dey be pa na sebi mpanyifo ni mo na e koso wo judges na dwene mu ntia omutimi kan say sa ade we dey birth certificate no e no nkire say we den we Ghana ni na Ghana card na be kire ni nyina ye niam bi a man krofo status wo mo dwene say ana judges si wo mo pese wo mo ye niam a betimi ama ban na oteso na ye den eni age ensem bebre wo ho wo hwa ba ku bi kra de no mo ka say eye me senior at the bar afenyo marking nsem bi e course ni ade na court no kra city no and Godfrey Daming your boy former attorney general same bi course so na ni second no class city time no na code no so mutimi koji date sa ne ma ni nyina mankrofo dwene say na judicial na say be shenkrofo botum and na wo hwe kra na minim say obiso bi some question but wo hwe kra no a the agina so me di yi former chief justice her leadership her leadership Justice Araba Esaba Tokonu and also so grofo gina so say na wo hwese ne ono so ye ne niam afa no a na entwa yi nti no sa niam ni nyina wo de bubonwu a na ma confidence na ide akofo enu nti na grofo sebe omunya gidie but wo hwe judicial system no a na che say ne ti ene ne nan no enu nie no ne abobo nti wo nsem bia obetumi asa bisamia
the ti ene ne nan ena ya bobo ho no nkomo ye ba bedia ba 20 years
mate
so we be make up no wontumi ho no mo na ye de aduo but the yan hwa de from arrest to conviction Ye wo manya said ya waka judiciary say bia na edu confidence no e wo mu no so as akofom e wo Ghana for do na emu obi tumi bia na onam obi afuom na bia na body ba ku bi ba nchi ba ku bi komodi ni nti na wafa na bia je ya hwe nanim 2 years 5 years na e di ama no obi so tumi tena no office e de pen e bokro no Ghana for do no ani mi say yamanyofo ibi no mo say ni wo mo ye but o masam tumi koda court ebedu ba bia say pre-bargaining na de ono no bia na komode no a okutu obi bank ni ntumi bargaining amasa ni pa no but oni bi nti no ye de ko afiase but akesefo no memene nketo na de mba na memene nketo no e wo kroma no mo kasi ye hwe from arrest to conviction sign a process na ye dey etie mba na o mo di wo and a woman was a woman.
Yo, the medical counts are question who said, Yenina yenim, bend the dopey no besha na Sabi will be sending a can be cool be a fool, continue cocoa back one so continue Kutuman Kenny back one so Koti Okotu Okucha body back could be no their coffee aquacudi, yet Michino. I don't know a call as a Dibia Cojelino. Go has an oka 4 years, 5 years now. We should meet now in the office, no the pen, assign a signature. No akonya $20 million, $50 million near the account. Now plea bargain no the other one no. Yeah, who say na aban no adwenem no sika na waje no yebetimi age afi hobby. But I said that cannot make because yeah do say be wo a wia sika fi o man no ho no. Ye do kotu afiase sika na wen. Sa sika no so yebetimi da kire o man. Enti na mpempi no ya yetimi eheka se so obetimi atua de a never say sika na yehwe sika na wadi eti obetimi de abade a na yede fabra plea bargain no bi mutumi koka se o no credit e medi sika no sika no e bia medi emu e bia enfanse emu 20 million aka emu 80 million a da ho eti sa 80 million no me de beba ayi attorney general omanyi yetemwa penyini otimi ka se o ene se would betimi de 80 na bade a ene nka na ayi boni awaye no enka betimi de wakotu bia fiase be 20 years but esan say would this can be ban o de obekom 1 year and now become 2 years what I say because we share the new plea bargaining act no section I believe 162H no to be a show nyema say obi betimi aye plea bargain we are not just say work as a convict na say what me so why and but afi no but na why no woni aban conhihye and I say woni yes woni aban the state and the state and the government conhihye said ube ni say it no it is say obi betimi akowia banche ne bode obekomu 20 years obi betimi akowia 200 million obetimi atua bia obetimi akọ plea bargain untimi ntua bia na wo kwa kodam yewo offenses bi so ho there's nothing you can do to bring back the wire no and I said to restore the wire no ntia no de obekọ afiase ebi ni se ma untimi asema ya wo se beba hu to say wase asase wase nsuo wabumra
wo de besi wa wo ka kọ na afi eni nko
wabumra so se de emra ne se no wabu so what I say emra pon a sebe adwuma na wo ye no e wo say wutimi ye adwuma no according to that law no wabu so sa na ni nyina ache nti eno no sa no sebe wase nsuo asase ni ade plea bargain be na akwa wo ka kire ko say bia asase no me ko fa ba na gudie na
de be ka say obebi claim
exactly e former gudie na watu no wo be say de akwhye fom ho bia ma na nti eno no ya na da ye ka arrest ye chiwa obi a ye be chiw bia no ye chiw pe e wo say nipa na wo ba be chiw no o chiw o video ra no chiw de nti a wo chiw untimi trefe ni aba be chiw say macho also chiw so you are arrested for this offense or so you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the competent court of law. I don't know ye be chiw asa but ye chiw near do kwa you have the right to a counsel. Eti do kotumu a sometimes no ya na Ghana from pi no ya na ye mistake ye kwa na police for no to tia no na edri meka na kasa kache say unya lawyer because I was a lawyer wo nchen ansana obetimi cry den aka wonsem said the be ya o kina bi no police ni be kasa wo ka say wo susu nim say wan ka say And I say ubeka se wakase police no so ni so wankase until sanity sometimes no yeah na police for nankasa kra no catch your man the state has to provide legal aid for you.
What is pro bono.
Exactly. You choose what you have the omo chill no 48 hours. They have 48 hours. They can't keep you beyond 48 hours.
Okay.
48 hours just say 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Woman to me any some to do 2 cells for 48 hours. What I say woman prove say and I say woman make a case against you. It is an offense. That would be unlawful what's it called? Unlawful detention. What I say what too much is unlawful. And you know before that 48 hours no I was saying nipa na oche no etimi court e ko catch court say nipa na ya che no ye pese ye koswa de ne tum esan say ehwehwemu bi o ha o say ya anye ye say nipa we ne be boan ene ya da ehwehwemu no
and not just say omunya court but to make seek permission.
Oh yes,
from
to
the
keep
court
to continue to keep you to aid in their investigation. What I said what I say. And you know, but I know so no say court na say okoya say also lawyer no so betimi agina say oh nipa no nko ba bia o Ghana he ya no fie
no seek bail
ama.
Okay.
What I say but to me do tum kwa na yo bibi e fe no bail pending trial.
Okay.
You know we betimi so akọ no akọ pre bail e dey ama o client no before the trial actually starts.
Okay.
Nti sana ehun hyehyeye no etie na ye kan ba be si wuntumi asemi so no
ye be so asemi so no say arrest no asemi no say bia in case o fie wo tumu say bia wonye bone bia police aba or say you are under arrest because of who say wonye bone bia wotumi che police and say okay say to no monko me ankasa me den meba the right say ni pa betumi akasa.
You see there are 2 types.
Yeah.
There's what we call an invitation. Police can invite you on suspicion say why money. Yeah, arrest you by babechu. Arrest no just say one kasa preliminary investigations be who say akwa we
suspect
who come. Tell no nearby babechu.
Okay.
What I say. But invitation there ebia say obi aba be report say bia why money bia na say why say na wo ma be invite you say oh brana be you hu no say asemesi aba case we atia o say no there but no invitation no sometimes we go house me be ochina o ma me be ochina chi o ma eno sa no police ba che that is the arrest. Okay. That is what
okay so then with this one no let's take somebody like Ken Oforiatta.
Yes.
Yeah peno na you see ameno so America jam from ho you be dey arrested no.
Oh say no there o say 2 different countries.
Yeah.
Enti your process be a fair extradition. Or say we making those applications, you know, na we state enough grounds. I was say extraditing no at the back Ghana. Now, me dem are hon class say no me say court no say onye born. The court now no can say onye born. Immigration court no onu no diga na say my. There be.
Say me say judge no HSA OSPN
and American but onu can say OSPN to me improve ya. No because OSP no is making an application for the extradition of Ken. What was before the court was his immigration status. So why must even the court, the judge, decide to go into the merit of the case? Now say OSP say in previous I who will be our court in Tokwa or better any enemy say may ask now some winning. There's always the element of surprise. You cannot on the basis of the way who say OSP doesn't have enough evidence to come after. I know there is an after, but the main you don't say, oh, the nanka immigration status now. Okay, say Papa no or America say or have mrakwanso and now say we need ham. What I say, and no now now they Ghana 7 OSP 7 kefa home be and you know the process no me sure so must start. And you know let's see how it terminates. I mean the me yan say nka trick I say ko mo train. Nanka anu so akwa bargain say and dem fa Ken na ma yenso
fa buchika mam.
We made a mistake but we learn from these things going forward.
Okay.
You will be a friend of Bill. Say na wo kan. The chiwa every Ghanaian every offense bia na why no it is bailable because of Martin Pebu case now the court Pebu number 1 and number 2 no bail no as of right and every offense is bailable subject to conditions no sections 96 and 97 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act, what is Act 30. Now, sa act, no, yeah, discretions be why I will say court, no, sometimes no, when the defense attending, because nipa na action on the lawyer no, or put up a case in court, say, I will say judge the client no. Judge no consider near maybe say na man na make a show baby or say adwuma or ye they has family ties nessa na man ni nyina say okwa ebia on fan and san kokeka evidence be and so on koye near maybe a betimi say investigation. All those considerations must be had. But no say no judge no so adwene mu no ye find discretion. You see, but discretion. Judge no discretion. Judge na o tia say otemwani no ono na the discretion they say me ma bail and I mean ma bail based on arguments and what prosecution for na and defense attorney so I know. And now what has our discretion no yes so exercise so article 296 of the constitution is clear say it need say also man reasonable. And I need say say arbitrary and capricious this animal name before I say nyina. She say need say woman yes say I say what shed that person mafia nipa no. Also woman yes say mram kwan so no and why na wo nyina so a wo dey aye and say because wo hwe papa anim a wo papa yasem and unti na wo deny no bail. But because of discretion pempio no wo dim say ne ekọ. Yes kofa we bra. Ni nyina no na che say akoye say presumption of innocence na e wo ho no say yes, say your chill crown as a wokum nipa. I was said state to know the prove so wokum nipa. What I say, the state has the onerous burden, of proving each and every element of the offense. Indeed, one hour yes, I no, and as I born no sintino evidence we no yeah the touch say. When I born no said the be it's bill na kasa hu sem bebre amiaka me na fo Supreme Court my so kobi
I no hear the papa wa OWUSU chatting ka TV and I no pay Ghana na adwuma die lifestyle segment na na eguso a ye de Emma wo no na ye ne lawyer KWAME OWUSU DANSO and AD enkomo and no pay ehwe wontumi case no ekoba ye na there are two others na omoka untumi eye Henry Chum then one other one so eka ho bie but ekoba say ye je omunyina so je to mu say they were mining was Samuel boy ho no mu no but why only untumi 20 years na ye janka afo
we share case na the state against akonta mining na untumi what I say na Henry Chum bia anka ho na akwa ba event
Michael something
on so no nka ho but what I say na won't me akonta mining and saga now so at large KWAME bibi at large no
on the say no na some by kra obo be mo bo say
na ube unim no ube hunu we anyway so what I say that's the and number 2 we have the people. We have a ongoing from prosecution witness. We have PW1, PW2, PW3, PW4. PW2 ne Henry now can I say PW1 is
prosecution witness.
Okay. The prosecution witness she say state attending no be friend say brana be den be gina mu man be obi at say hu de ekoso a unim ne ekoso a what I tell to two ano ne ade to a prosecution witness. And I want to make a friend or no so defense witness. It's former deputy lands and mineral resources minister. And I'm say a few others, but I think there were 4 of them or so. Also the defense witnesses. What I say. It's Henry no it be nim say one next state look up plea bargain he say mayor prosecution witness. Say the bear me masem no because share camping. So because over President Mahama ka say me say galamsey na ye kuna yentimi nso ano no yentimi nso ano because nkrofo no asabe wo mo wo asase no so mo ye man na nye omo kra ne problem no omo de omo ye nkrofo bi ade ye yusu omo but the real people no omo ye galamsey no campaigns no e be a politicians e be a businessmen e be a way enti no so obehwe mu a na me madwene mu nko ade a na che say even the Henry was not the target. The target was the person who was financing or facilitating or aiding or encouraging illegal mining on the concession idea. It's now over here now the Republic versus Akonta mining as a friend is saying accused person and chairman won't to be and the other gentleman. Now I think Akonta mining is the third defendant, chairman won't is the first defendant. And second one here guy now exactly. Okay. And that's how
okay. Yeah. Well, my idea was must say
but I know so say Ghana for no yentimi so pushi. Say I say kwano so ye ne ko gina asendibia.
But say you no very hu
be make Henry no. Even though I prosecution witness. No, I don't know the plea bargain arrangement that they went into, but me the imagine mu dia anka ono so no so mutumi.
Was no
because so so now you know. Say na ye say back no ono facilitate but wo de wo na wo asase no so a wo ye. Aha. To work as an cause harm not to the environment. The environmental terrorism na can was no. The person who facilitated it is there, yes, but the person who actually also did the act, no, is also there.
As I know, and why I remember, there's a question here. I say, I'm for Peka this year, a course so one community. Obviously, we say, we see where you say the person's at large. Bofakasa. A case will be at large court term and
you at large, you see.
Johnny.
So Johnny was there. You know, and as I would number be, I am from Mano. You
have bill conditions,
yeah.
Current government, buy a course.
Yeah.
And the opposition party no raise many concerns say I hear almost yame adamana bebe no mo ba ba mu a ahwe na ya ka che so mo for poop the first menda no continue more remember na agim paylo 50 million ahi Ghana cedis bail condition with sureties non movable ni ade ano nye den
oh sa asem na mo ka say mercy san dem sure mo munyaka ye sure man enti no sabio say obi ay bone na o mo hwa bone no ho conditions no mo de amana I don't think there's a problem with that enti no sa kasa no munyaka we are looking for accountability but me ankasa personally I have an issue with bail condition and I think say the only way I bit me I deal with sa bail conditions here mo strenuous and onerous bail conditions now is to go to the Supreme Court and ask the Supreme Court to clearly define its parameters. Because a bail condition, you can apply to court for variation. But if you can apply to court for variation and the court can grant it, then it means that whatever condition now but the buyer, it is not something that is reasonable. You make an what I say. Because if you were reasonable now, and can mean another court in variation. And now to be court now and variation. But also they make another say. It's me as a person I have an issue with the bail conditions. Ya kaso obi aye bonia. Tie me pa. Ya kaso obi aye bonia. You say why bone. You say
why bone.
Why bone. Dia na che so why bone. E dia be na obetimi agina so aka say kwame usu dan so aye bone. Dia obetimi agina so aka say kwame usu dan so aye bone ne say say ya chikwa me usu danso a ye hwehwemu a e wo say enioma baako mienu miensa bi etimi kire say kwa me usu danso waye den waye bone na sa enioma baako mienu miensa no kra no e kire say kwa me usu danso waye bone a police fo no dimi nka say kwa me usu danso waye bone ye court ene betimi aka say kwa me usu danso waye den waye bone now the constitution no na ebie pa esan say empempi no obi betimi ade biboni ato nipa so obi betimi twa ntro to nipa so unim sa rape issue oba bi betimi aseda ko twa ntro pa to be ma bi so say wa rape me eso bi ananya ne kure o enu nti constitution say you are innocent until proven guilty just say wo fine I just say na kosi bra aban no anase sorry court aka say wo ho nya fine Udifo. Now, ye show ni ade ni nyina ade a ye ya ebetimi aboa ma hwehwemu aden akoso. It is a police for chewa. Eno che say e wo say police for no dwen say why bone. And I say, was so much say automatically no. Nipa na ono legislate why born no. Ono no asem no no correct. Now who I was when you born no asem dey no correct. Police for no, they don't have the right to do that.
And with that, and they say, yeah, renew be before quarter. Maybe I nipa the first time one. Then I was a nipa ye.
Question I mean tiasi, but that may curse yourself so.
Okay.
Wadaroma.
Okay.
It you know, then person say presumption of innocence no. Who can even the criminal procedure books in there? It tells you say that presumption no e wo hosa kopem bra prosecution no be closing the case. Now what me prove it to the court said there is indeed a question to be answered and answer a case against the accused person. Okay. And so now the burden will shift to the defense, you know, say, open defense, but throughout the trial, the burden of proving that the accused person is guilty is with the prosecution. It's with now your man of onerous bail conditions, you are trying to punish the person even before the person has been arraigned before a competent court of jurisdiction. Mima junimunu die. Any say any sir. Okay. Mima junimunu die. And yes, sir. And there was a court.
My question na may be sanum. On say you be call court. The first time I call court, judge maybe sanum question. The first we are okay. Me di for me one chiremu. Oh me di bim. Me one chiremu say. And tell them maybe say you say you be call court can name the fair vehicle. Then there was a nipano.
There be say oh no. Yeah, you see. You don't quite your count be a debeko. It's not it will be say how do you plead? How do you plead? The no who plead this then we plead this you're guilty. And so plead who plead this you're guilty so immediately no ever commit on a sentence.
When you're guilty
when you're guilty and not fair you started trial. But that's what I say. And some people say, "Oh, me are guilty, but me just shame." And also, they make us what I say.
Guilty with explanation. I don't know.
Say, I don't know. Now you have to say anything about evidence.
Okay.
What I say. Yeah. So that is how it operates. It's no media. Say, "Unye boni." I said, "Ne, unye. Also, unye boni. Unye boni ne do kujina se mbibia." Say, "Ne, I'm not guilty." Anamebwa. How do you plead, my lord? I plead not guilty. In your body. Okay. It will plead not guilty. Not just say, "Afe wo no." What could what me cry to jail them now what da. Now for you man or prosecution so. So knows why body. Or make say body away.
But sometimes yeah, lawyers no accused person no a farm no and say monu mu say even say a pro bono and say dem kwa no. Lawyers need to make counsel say catch a judge and say
yes
when you're guilty.
Yes. No, but say when you're guilty. Lawyer to me can't accused person. They are also but direct too. Say one can say bet church me say I'm making. Say me catch also state also prove it.
Yeah.
Say ebia what different na say we guilty na it you know so say when you na obetimi any client na kan no nkyere say check client ni so won ko say on guilty abra onim so sometimes no even lawyers no would advise say we share case we here any evidence state in the one na asem we there o dem yenko na yenko ka guilty say the be ya try no be yentem na eno kra ko ka guilty say e bia fan say ye be jelu bia be 15 years o ko ka guilty court adwene no one we see court the time.
Okay.
It is an tell the man 7 years.
Okay.
Ni eno so ho.
Okay. Let's some say they can see here. Want to make case now so no. No agi tu musa ade na waye. Because he was married that was 2022.
Yeah.
Then former Lands and Natural Resources Minister Abuja Pobeka said there's something going on. There was some about Kintama but President Bunani go so. And a bedroom some pempens we even the case in the matching about 9 months near case we there 20th year convict.
What to me case na very complicated.
Yeah. Delay na be mu no. No agi tu onu anim be waye.
There be. Who kind judgment now?
Yeah.
What I like about the court, the judge was that a name of Gina so the boy wouldn't to me for no or church running.
Yeah.
Now, wound to me does not deny knowledge of Henry. He doesn't deny knowledge of him. Wound to me does not deny the fact that man say or catch and say on concession. He doesn't deny that. What wound me is what contended was that Okachen so onko ba wan kan chen say onko eden onko illegal mining. Okachen say onko afforestation and reforestation. Reclaiming I said near Mubia. Eko onku also could be.
Yeah.
Onko dua could be. Now, the guy was able to demonstrate say reclamation oh yeah this can here. Wound to me wow mama iskasa me fan reclamation. So the guy was like, would to me catch any say ko nakotu agufoma gudie no bi na fatu ahoka tio na utu wi a baby a utu no baby a ye di kan etu no gudua nua gudua nkube wo. That was and the guy was able to prove say ye call site ho no na gold egu ho na sika so ye den eka ho de make no so ati ase nti guy no Henry no argument no ne say wo ka kire me say me tu a me fa bi nya den entua me ho ka because reclamation and yet it's not cheap.
Yeah.
So on the basis of that, no, that established the intention of wound to me for giving a number two. You beside a guy and say, "Juma Ben na way." Also a small scale miner. How many years? Also 7 years. On also to demonstrate, he say, "A Juma way ni which is small scale mining, and therefore he has no business with reclamation." Eti Sabio. Would to be as now no can say or catch so reclamation no guy no buy no company now will be a reclamation company. A small scale mining. What it means is that concession now with the man no you gave it to him for small scale mining and not reclamation.
Okay. Maybe baby and I may feel bani ye say case no or my case ne delay ye a drew baby councillor only they know or said that bit will draw or cover for no even the day of the conviction no crown. Na for no attacha ono so eni Ghana unsa na mo pese o mo twe case ni mo dele mi wa no mo nim no kwade ba bieda
oh
well pacho obetimi activate phone lines no na ye de nkomo na ye de course ne kakra film asa na cancel ya sore so na fi wakoto na dwuma dey so phone lines no ye bie e de atomo question bi da won so betimi e de aba
min timi nka so share da
okay
e na o hwentwen so say de bia me ka say criminal prosecution, they are not because you are seeking to curtail the freedom of an individual.
Okay.
To say, "Bia nipa no freedom kran twi eden."
Found
the fa hundie. O pese utwa ne fa hundie so. O pese odne call afiase. Ti ya criminal cases no ya na abotre wo. Yeah. Also to me making sure say wo be if any say wo standard of proof no. Standard there will be a burden of proof which Makajo say it is with the prosecution. What I say, yeah. At no point does this. In fact, some cases, judge no can or say the burden of proof at all times is with the prosecution, and any attempt to whittle it down would not be tolerated. Yeah. The burden in there, our prosecution also. That's what I say. There will be a first standard of proof in civil cases. No, it is preponderance of probabilities. What I say, probable this or that. But in criminal prosecution, it is beyond reasonable doubt. Even if there's a shadow of doubt, the accused person must be acquitted and discharged.
Okay.
There must not be any doubt at all. Now, to be able to prove the guilt of the accused, the prosecution has to adduce evidence. There are different types of evidence. We have the oral evidence, but we have the... Okay, all right.
Hello, good morning. We didn't be able to Osebunzu, my NTU. Okay. Okay.
But you need to be able to judgment now. Come here and say, "Oh my God, on by ya, the other fine. On my the other person, you got to make sure."
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Mami ko kumasa na me for hono mo. Hello, udin baby o kasa free.
Pache mizini Ebenezer me kasa free Boase.
Okay, Boase my NTU.
Yo anopa ide me da so makonya maba mo program so. On say untumi case in that travel a long time. we say amanyofo so munye tumi a omuntu omobo tumi bia na end one day also went to me case sometimes and I blame the head of the government for previous government also John Jinapo if they make his statement they won't to me any lances and the whole president come backlash a minister statement I want to say come to me realize that be nipa na what the head of department na dey abe can statement we have found
but minister na make say only license obe or the asanba to just say mining air cost but one can say only license akonta mining or my license
yo and me that's so make that correction to me
okay me so me that's offer phone be cancel na one kwasa
na me ka say they are different every different
types that come we say
yewo
untumi lawyers no so amwa no
asam na nkofo kan onyaka
but that's it
onyaka say owini asam dey say lawyers
good
onyaka I say blast out akobo match ni ase your board draw in England board draw you see coach dey good you call ya
hello good morning we didn't be our casa free
Good morning.
yeah what casa free okay now you first saying Sheriff Mayentio. Sheriff Mayentio, Entio, who I Mayentio. Okay, Yao. Okasafri.
Mikasafri Kumase, Fadman Pontin.
Okay, Yao, Fadman Pontin, Mayentio.
Kasafri Fadman Pontin.
Yati Mayentio.
Utumi asem na ja me kira magine ewo ho. Utumi make say judge for no my ade because amana do time say ye dey pepper ye ne kure etenemu. Nti make say judgment 20 years ne dey ekresha e command be 30 years. He say certain government on so na appointees for so e guarantee na do be ba no so be na wanchi omo na o ma na ye ho ntoyi.
Yate. Yeah, that's it, baby. Oh, Rebecca say, why not say someone? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, we didn't have your casa free.
Me see the capture free Tema. Me did the wonder.
Okay, Tema, one guy, my you. So they will teach him when they did. No, straight.
The chairman, the president is at the Juma Party. Chairman,
Chairman, won't me, Anna.
Hello.
Chairman, won't me, Anna.
Chairman.
And over there, one ben a wire, and I said, Juma ben a wire.
Juma, he said, or Juma, Juma, or the our mind, or Juma ben or ye.
A Juma or ye. Say that you are a minor. Or a minor, or too good.
It is the channel after my aim in Cafe. Papa no on the body beer. If I just almost found two and I said, we here. And I'm a person who said, mine now or 2 years, I just say, a try or give me a mining, try not. And I'm not quite say, mining to my way or some not quite swag. A try now.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a con new at the BS, and I'm for being so honest. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Meto kabara am say me kasa wo mo won te.
Me pato mate. Me pato say papa no what you want money. We very good pa.
Okay.
Lawyer no chairman me we good pa. Me bom dia me kan say me kasa free me odi biase. Assembly member. Papa you good. My feeling for we all van number and tigana next time yana ya kono we good pa. Me bom dia me kan say Mama, on to me for we MPP for that. On to me for we that. Peter ma won to me be tomorrow so what the problem for another current too. It 24-hour economy no. any marketing was opposition mamma, onya bidia or the Baku. It one can want them. No one thing Joseph Yamin. One thing the ministers and another young who say, when you're selective, it is our say. So we move money, pan or yen sadia on China, the Homan, and ready to do. But they're not lawyer American. On the based on this, all the opposition for one with your kaka. And the answer, say, almost say, Joseph Yamin, and it's MPs no muso ye galamteno yanso ye ba wa ye ko fa gold e wo Ghana nyina sa me je gold no de go no mo ti se yes ye ba di na ne de go ne o fa na no fa me
but that's it next call wa homa no so cancel the time no ya so or baby continue na my fellas next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sabos.
We didn't baby our casa free
Me fa cho the friend
Elias my too.
Okay. Master ma cho me pese Elias ni ubi bien and man of the na Elias no cross. Me nga me because say Christian to me very.
Okay.
Ya ji koki amobo wa ji obi confession e dia na e.
Me pacho eno ne de eno ne ye wo allegation a wo de wo make me pacho nya ha why mesrew mini evidence bia e na Tenka TV to be media group any evidence bia wo ho say bibi sa wo why yente ye nim mpo why me pacho ani de ye ni hunu ne ye kan waso ye din wadanse nye de wo de ba prisia for me pamucha wa mame for hanum se na for ni say hello, good morning. Okay, yeah, do almost see yantu aso e wa hanum se cancel
na me can different types no.
Yeah.
So your oral evidence, your documentary evidence, your circumstantial evidence, and at the account. The court in Gina Subua won't to me for no. Maybe a friend circumstantial evidence. Now, circumstantial evidence, you know, because for a lot of crimes, you know, yeah, not witnesses in Shadani. It's no one Gina say, okay, on the concession, no, when you know. And o call a guy we see ti ni nyina aboa no a e wo say ni nyina to be appointed to one irresistible conclusion say asumasi na aye a and say asumasi na aye aye b. If there is any other evidence contrary to sir irresistible conclusion na and I say any evidence that will operate to truncate that chain na, it means that the person has to be acquitted and discharged.
Okay.
So ana etie.
Well, yeah, that's it. Cancel. Yeah, that's it. But
na me chere eyi. Also na me chere different types of plea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say I'm guilty. We can say I'm guilty but with an explanation. And we can say I'm not guilty. Yeah. Na me chere say I'm guilty no straight away.
Conviction.
I'm guilty with explanation no straight away conviction. But ebia we explanation no betimi aboa court no.
I'm guilty no. I say lady yeah. Okudide mampeni etem wo TikTok I don't know call no opini guilty straight
hona di hono yenko asem no nkra. I'm guilty with explanation no. It means that what you have to say about nemum obeso wo nchechemu sa nchechemu no say e to asum a is be about 10 years e be to say okay dey go 2 years and go 3 years
e be na bibi na ma
ko e bibi na ma ko yes until sa na na mpese me ditu ya.
Okay, and so final advice to general public or mo hwe wo bi ho no mo ya bechi no o case be how to go about na obi abetumi abo no ho ban a onkonya asem ana so onkonya ban amane bi.
Say they met me can say ye nyina ye wo mrapon a ye de chekere ye man no na ye nyina ye wasudie we ye on man bapa o say we make sure say they obey nyina no mrakwan so na so ye say be ye new drivers wo mo driver so mo respected the regulations road regulations no ye new no mo edidwa ni say wo mo efa ban sikadi say be politicians so Ghana for among makwenya so meso man no so ni say omoso man no peska go mbotom so omoso man no e de boa ye nyina na wo mo ye galamsey ni illegal mining na so no omo njira yie isa sesi ano chema wontimi akomi na je say sesi ano wa ozuzu we ye say me a unni political back in there na say we dey waso betimi na omo mbisa number no me de me PA number e ma omo
okay
omo betimi afre
and then na member be some try say mbona man na say me pacho wa cancel before you be called tribunal asemi aba to dia
Aye. Yeah, I said tribunal idea to say. Ka to me a day na ka etimi aba na be bobo say I meet me aba.
but
na kra meet me aba.
E check out meet me aba and ye police be dey home come na ye be tribunal home come because I say bebe na TVC for with consent and TVC for
consents are legitimate. Me my stating my position, but I think say we na koye emra 17 no I say me ba na ye be chichi. First one I kind it was political.
Okay.
But see no say a colleague there na say me ba na be chichi say we constitutional provisions na there antia omo be tribunal no and the memorandum accompanying the bill and the bill itself, the disagreements with section 4 and section 6 of the bill, all of those things, section 11 of the bill, all of those things